Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of March, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and if you would like to know more details about it, you can read in the description box, where you can also find the current list of reading services I offer. If you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Pisces, I'll be channeling messages for the collective of your sign, and then we'll tie it together also with the cards that will be showing up. I feel like some of you are very confused throughout the next weeks, and this confusion is like adding a lot of turmoil into your life. It's like things are not clear and you're pushed to get that clarity, but the road to it is quite bumpy, or there seems to be just a lot of things in the way for you to get access to that full-on, understanding of what's the way, what's the truth, what you want versus what you don't. Many of you are seeking answers to get you a clear picture again of what is what, like what is what you should be doing, where you should be going, with whom you should be, connecting. There's a lot of things that you feel like you're in the dark about, or you're in a state that is just very confusing. And I feel like the fact that we have here Mercury also in your sign in Pisces is not helping. It's actually intensifying the sense of you just not understanding the picture, not understanding the plan, not understanding what you're being shown or said. So there's a little bit of a waiting phase until you get that clarity. But at the same time, the fact that you don't have your mind in the place that you would like it to have at times also interferes in the quality of your days, and it makes you wonder if you're able to communicate and connect in ways that feel right to you and to those you're connecting with. I do feel like there might be a sense of strangeness in the air, like you're picking on a strange energy, but you're not quite sure what it means. It could feel also like communication, again, is difficult. You're not able to speak clearly or understand clearly what you're being said, or there can just be a lot of blockages in your own speech. So you might want to say things, but then stop yourself, or then have moments where you say too much, or even things you don't mean. It's like things just kind of like words leave your mouth without a full understanding of what you're saying. So you need to watch communication. You need to consider that perhaps right now your thinking, or the way your mind is processing information, might be a little bit wary, and you just need to take a step back and wait for more definition to come in. I also feel like for some of you it will help you. For some reason I'm being shown here like the energy of breath. So breathing properly, making breathing exercises can help you unwind here the knots, but also be in a state of more receptivity to understand the information, or the thoughts, the ideas you're kind of gathering but not making sense of. Some of you could be like downloading a lot of information, but it's so there's something here about like it's so symbolic for some of you that you don't know what to make out of it. So you can have like a lot of ideas or dreams or sudden ideas, but the way it's delivered, it just makes you feel like you don't understand, the message there, the clear message. You could be also receiving communication that leaves you confused, like you could just be receiving news that are confusing. You could have a conversation that the intention is to bring more clarity, and you end up being more confused about it. Your own dealings, professionally speaking, can be a little bit strange. And for those of you that are wanting to sign a contract, or or reviewing one, or breaking free from one. There needs to be a lot of careful, like a careful approach in the way you are reading information, that it's of your interest, so that you get the outcome intended. Because it's very natural through this energy to make mistakes, or to be distracted, not see, what's really the content in certain informations you're receiving. Outside of it, I feel like you just want to be in sync. I feel like you're in a moment where you want to feel at peace, and you want to be connected, and you want to feel aligned with your purpose in life, with your mission, with the things you have going on right now. It's like you're seeking a lot of balance and alignment with the participation you have in your own life, and in also in the bigger scheme of things. But it feels like you want to be centered, you want to be balanced, you want to be in a very healthy balance, again, mindset, so that things don't end up going in a direction that you don't want them to go, but also so that you know what you're supposed to do. So a lot of Pisces here could benefit from proper meditation, rest, again, breathing exercises, calming down your thoughts, stress levels, like reducing the stress levels as much as you can, doing things that are suiting to your spirit, listening to sounds, music, again, that are very replenishing to your mind, body, and soul. Basically, anything you can do to have that balance is extremely fruitful and helpful to get you through confusion or strangeness. Some of you want to offer your truth, your love, your genuine affection, your creative outlook towards something or someone. But especially as this full moon is in Virgo, which is representative here of your opposite sign, right? I do feel like some of you are, led by the moon as well quite a lot. But it's the challenge, this Knight of Cups, because I feel like you have so much to offer to people in general and to the world. But again, the way you end up doing so can end up not being just what you planned, what you had envisioned it to be, and that can create frustration, can create misunderstandings. So if you're wanting to declare something, your feelings, or you want to put something out there in the world that has to deal with your creative or artistic outlook or work, it's important that you just wait for the energy to be a little bit more clear and centered. So act when you feel aligned, when you feel centered, when you feel emotionally and mentally balanced. So if you're too emotional, probably you shouldn't do it. If you're extra rational, probably you shouldn't do it. You should join and balance those two states as much as possible for any given action you want to have, especially an action that comes from the heart space. And because it comes from the heart space, and it's something that feels here like it's like it's moving you a lot. It's something that moves you to your core, and that's why you might be impulsive, because the emotional need to do it's also very high here. I do feel like for many Pisces, this comes from you, like this urge to offer something. It could be that at times you're going to be misunderstood, all right? You're going to have situations that are not understanding or receiving you well. But I feel like it's okay, because you're coming from a good place, and in the end, the truth is with you, and this crown is with the sword. Putting a lot of emphasis in the fact that even if you don't get it right, in the beginning, in the end, the victory will be yours. So it's one of those situations where you might not get your intended outcome right away, but as the energy shifts, you're going to have it. You're going to have the truth, you're going to have the victory, you're going to have the outcome that you desire. It's like you're going to have also more awareness of what you want. Perhaps through things, you know, when things don't work out how we hope, and then it's frustrating, it's disappointing, but then again, it makes us understand things differently, see things from a more detached perspective. I feel like all of that is going to be helpful for you to still get your victory, but get a victory where you start to, you know, think and communicate in ways that are much more clear. Because I feel like some of you have been under this energy where your communication has not been perhaps the best, or you have felt so misunderstood already that you choose not to say anything. And that is also something that you're being pushed to work, like to not shut down, shut up, when you should say something, when you should, you know, it's like you should know when to use your voice, not to quiet it down just because you don't feel like it's going to be well received. But it's like a matter of like a subtle yet powerful approach to this, like knowing when to speak, you know, it's very important. And I feel like there's going to be a moment like this, that it's the challenge and the opportunity is getting it, you know, getting to say something that you really need to say, but choosing to do so in the right time or in the right environment with the right people. That's the challenge, is to have the discernment of when you should do something. I feel also like there's a lot of readiness. So you're ready indeed for something. You're ready to act. But it's the funny thing here is like now that you're like building here an energy to be ready to do something big for you, important for you, the confusion in the atmosphere is just, you know, like it feels like this big, you know, injustice. Now that you're ready, something is not, you know, working with you, you know, to help you in this process. But I keep getting like it's going to be okay. It's just, you know, waiting for this Pisces big influence to wash off a little bit, and moving to Aries, and things are going to get, you know, more clear, more defined, and more on board with you. It could be that also there's a situation here throughout the next weeks where you're struggling to feel like you have people on board with you, like that want to do the same things, want to go to the same places, that understand your plans, your goals. It's like you want, for some of you Pisces, you want, you know, a friend, a helping hand, you want a buddy, you want someone, you know, like this partner in crime energy that will get to help you in this journey. And you're really missing on that for those that don't have it. You're really missing on that. Now, I do feel like, especially for those of you that are set on doing something business-wise or towards an earth sign influence here. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You know, again, your heart is in the right place. You just need to balance it with your mental approach here. So whatever you want to do about business or about an earth sign, you're in the right, and you're going to have your win and you're going to have your victory. It could be that this earth sign influence is a little bit, I keep getting like this energy of a person that it's a little bit uptight. So their style of speaking and rationalizing and doing things, it's a little bit different from yours. So, and I feel like for many of you already know this, it's about you penetrating through this person's, you know, barriers, mental barriers as well. And the way to do that, again, is to have a balanced approach between heart and mind. If this is a love interest or a friend you want to, again, have on board with you. Also, if this is a professional contact, it's the same thing. Don't go just by emotion. You have to also present here like a clear picture of your professional, experience, role, ambition, to get this person to understand you, where you're coming from. It's like a person that will also perhaps struggle to understand where you're coming from, even though you know that where you're coming from is from a good place. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.